So before I want to talk Boston, I want to talk chemistry and science, and also just you in general. But before this, I did look at your Rate My Professor.
For which one?
For Northeastern University.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's a big deal for professors or not, what they're rated or whatever. But you have a 5 out of 5.
I sure do.
Out of 20 ratings, you have 17 5s, 2 4s, and
one
one
one.
1.
Yes.
And one awful.
One awful rating, which
But
is pretty good.
The tags that you have are gives good feedback, caring. We also have in there test heavy. You're very test heavy.
I think that just comes with the subject. With organic chemistry, there's not many essays that you write in those sorts of classes.
The world of chemistry.
Yes.
There were 2 other things on there. Do you know them? Do you check it every day?
Not every day.
Maybe
every like once a week. To see if there's anything new.
I was looking for the red chili pepper.
They discontinued that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they discontinued that. I believe like 5 or 10 years ago. It was an equity thing, because you don't want to necessarily have like professors being rated by their looks, which
that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm all for it. I believe when I was teaching at Loyola, right before I moved to Boston, I had a couple chili peppers, and I'm sad to see them go. That's all right.
Yeah. So you have a different profile for each college?
Yes.
So you're starting over at Northwestern.
Yes, sir.
You got to build up.
Build up my Rate My Professor. It's honestly the only people who go on Rate My Professor are the ones who either really love the professor and or the class, or hate the professor and or the class. There are official avenues through universities where students can actually give feedback, more detailed, more metrics, and those are usually more reliable. But I'm happy to report that my official reviews have been pretty good too.
Pretty positive.
So, yeah.
Pretty positive.
Yeah.
All right. So you're in Boston. Tell me about Boston and your time in Boston. Because we're like Chicago cats.
Yes.
So now you're in East Coast territory.
Yeah, exactly. Boston was a nice place. It was hard to move away from Chicago. Okay. This is my home. This is where all my friends are. Most of my family's here. Mm-hmm. But part of me felt like I needed to go away, at least for a little bit. I think the goal was to eventually move back. But Boston was an interesting town. It's much smaller than Chicago, but there's a lot of history there. A lot of amazing green spaces, just like Chicago. An okay transit system. But I basically spent 5 years at Boston College, like I said, which is not in Boston, and it's not a college. It's actually technically in Chestnut Hill in Newton, which is a suburb, and it's a university. So lies all outright. But I spent 5 years there, working in an organic chemistry research lab. Published 3 papers, did a lot of teaching there too, which is something that I'm much more focused on. Obviously, I actually don't have a research program at Northwestern. I'm just, I shouldn't say just, but it's my official title is Assistant Professor of Instruction. So no tenure, no research lab to speak of. So all I do is focus on the curriculum and teaching the big classes that research professors don't want to do. But BC was very good to me. Boston has been very good to me. I grew a lot. I think I grew up a lot, discovered a lot about myself. Yeah. I discovered, one, I don't want to do research.